And people said to me at the time, oh, that's so frivolous and the kids won't remember it, and why don't you use your money to do something else more substantial?
It was singularly, I will tell you, I could weep thinking about it, singularly the best experience of my life.
My mother was on welfare. I was living with my mother and a half-brother and sister in Milwaukee. And my mother called me, the oldest, to say, we won't be having Christmas this year. I said, we won't be having Christmas? What about Santa Claus? There is no Santa Claus. I was embarrassed and I was ashamed because for the first time, I had to face the reality that what I've been suspecting, that we're not like the other kids, that we really are poor, is true. Well, late that night, some nuns showed up at our house, and they brought a basket of food, and they brought toys for my brother and my sister. And I was overwhelmed with joy that those nuns showed up. Somebody remembered that we existed, and somebody cared enough in the middle of the night to come to our house with food and toys. But what became clear to me was that I was here on earth to use television and not be used by it, and to illuminate the transcendent power of our better angels. What is your true calling? What is your dharma? What is your purpose? And I thought of the best Christmas I ever had. The best Christmas I ever had was when I was 12 years old. I thought, how could I make that possible for somebody else?
I didn't want to just write a check, send a donation. I wanted to be able to look in each kid's face and say to that child, somebody remembered you.
And we went to South Africa with the idea of creating something that we ended up doing a documentary about called Christmas Kindness.
We made a fantasy land of parties for orphans who'd never experienced a party in their life.
And people said to me at the time, oh, that's so frivolous and the kids won't remember it, and why don't you use your money to do something else more substantial, Oprah? And I said, they may not remember the toy, they may not remember the clothes, but they will remember that somebody remembered them.
We bought radios, we bought clothes. I called up the children one by one, and when those children received their gifts and then waited for the next child to receive their gifts, I said, nobody can open their presents until everybody can open their presents. And on the count of three, when I counted to three, and those children opened their presents, was the single greatest moment of my life. We like to think that these great philanthropic moments are the ones that leave the impact or will make the huge difference in the world. But it's really what you do every day. It's how you use your life to be a light to somebody else's. Every single person needs to know that they matter. And what happened in that room, that was the greatest day of my life. I knew that those children knew in that moment that they mattered. It's exciting to be able to write a check. It's even more exciting to be able to touch one life, to be able to do that for one person, extending yourself beyond your world, your kids, your family, your stuff, and reaching out to somebody. It will change you. It will change you.